god, okay. I am a good person. This is nice. Yes, I like this. More of this. Specifically right here. Bulk. Happened to nice. I like this right here. Ooh, ow, lens flare. So calm. The strange sessions with Teddy have allowed to attain the outcomes that my husband had so strongly desired. The toxic father-son relation worth it. Teddy is no longer as happy as he had been before. He had become very afraid of the darkness. On the one hand, this is normal at his age. I truly don't know. I can only rely on Eddie, but he seems strange recently. I have been trying to improve my marriage, but the complete lack of Steven's interest is just killing me. He is constantly talking about his new treatment method. I feel imprisoned in this relationship. I cannot see any future for it. I know it is a bit reckless, but I am beginning to feel freer with Eddie. I enjoy the interest that only he is giving me. I just picked up a shovel. Or, oh, maybe it was a paddle. Maybe I was supposed to paddle. Yep. Do I have to do this? That's just going on. Off into the light. A fish in the water. Fishy fishies. Oh. Alright, we're back here.
Therapy increasing the intelligence among children.
Okay, so the story has evolved quite a bit from the beginning. Oh, Eddie and...
Just for a while, to fulfill my dreams. During our romance, we often met in the garden.
Oh, jeez. What is this machine?
The subject handled the experiment very well.
Why was this machine even in the game? Divorce court.
I hereby open the trial against Edward about
Oh.
Susan Dowell and Phoebe. I hereby open the trial against Edward.
Here we go. Oh shit. I'm in prison. The case of the murder of Susan or Dowell. Edward. Thanks, Curse. Did you? After many attempts to make contact with the suspect, we still do not have any information. The accused is constantly smiling and indistinctively repeating a sentence that reads, Stephen hypnotized Edward to kill his wife and son. Gaze is absent. He does not maintain eye contact with the interlocutor. It's an interlocutor. He probably does not make anything of the position that he is in. Without the presence of a forensic psychologist, we are not able to obtain more information. It is assumed that the case will be closed with an insanity plea. This way?
Good. So maybe you would tell us about your authorial therapy. What do you think, Mr. Dowell? Can you hear me? It's better now, isn't it? So, can we continue? Great. Did you know that Susan Dowell was pregnant?
Thanks to Mrs. Vanessa, we have managed to come into contact with the suspect. It has been established that he is single, worked as a gardener for the Dowell family. He said that for the last months he has been taking part in a therapy and that it was cure him from his split personality disorder. He admitted that he had killed his wife and child, but as he emphasized, he had done it in his dream because Dr. Dowell had told him to do so. It had been part of his therapy. We have finally figured it out. It is necessary to speak with Dr. Dowell. John, I know that tomorrow is Bowman's shift, so I've hidden the key for the door switch in a safe place. Don't tell him anything. Let's drive him nuts for a while. Fuck. And the music has stopped once again. Evidence. Always gotta get the ink blot. The suspect is shocked. There is no rational contact with him. It is understandable in his position. He hasn't said anything new. After the murder, there were many different comments from the psychology world and the press. The witness has only mentioned that his therapy for curing a mental split disorder had been very ineffective. He hasn't commented on that. Find the... Three, 2, 7, 327. How'd this work? Go right for it. There we go. Go out the front door. There sounds a lot of traffic out there, and I'd like that. The other people. Sign of life. Here it is. There we go. I can open the doors. Listen to this.
Bowman, give me some creeps, Doctor. I won't manage alone.
That has to be it. Stephen, the examination conducted by Dr. Maslow's team should not be taken into consideration during the investigation. Dr. Maslow could influence the examination in order to help his friend, Dr. Bandura says. Dr. Dowell was known for his controversial methods of treatment, and the fact is that in the past he has probably led to a patient's death, he adds. Whew. Just run my way up here. Oh.
I hereby open the trial against Edward about Susan Dowell and Theodore Dowell's murder. Do the prosecutor and counsel wish to say anything before the trial is started?
Oh, that's not so
I
cool.
would like to enclose the report about my client's insanity to the evidence, as well as recordings made by Dr. Dowell during the therapy.
Mr. Edward, could you tell us about the relation that was between you and Mrs. Susan Dowell, Dr. Stephen Dowell's wife, that tried to cure you? I would like to enclose documents from Susan Dowell's autopsy to the evidence. Basing on these, Your Honor, as well as the jury can get to know that the victim was pregnant with the defendant.
Oh, shit. After the appearance of new evidence, which is Susan Dowell's autopsy protocol, we have come to know that she was in the first month of pregnancy. Furthermore, the father of the child is suspect Edward. We have established that Stephen had a motive and the skills to manipulate Edward. During interrogation, the suspect showed lack of contact with his interlocutors. He experienced ambivalent states from hysteria attacks to complete apathy. During interrogation, the accompanying psychologist came up with a thesis about Mr. Dowell's insanity, which may have been caused by traumatic experiences in a short period of time.
I open the trial against Stephen Dowell about malpractice against Edward that caused Susan and Theodore Dowell's death. Does the prosecutor and counsel wish to say anything before the trial is started?
My
The
client,
fucking
as a
birds.
doctor, always takes care about patients' welfare. In the enclosed evidence, Your Honor may read about many difficult cases that have been cured by the defendant. He was trying to cure his protege at any cost to ease the pain.
I would like to enclose to the evidence the description of one therapy conducted by the defendant, which, as we can read, also finished with a failure. The girl, with similar illness like Edward, who under the influence of the therapy made suicide.
And did the defendant realize that his wife was pregnant, not with him, but with Edward?
Is that it? Are we done here? We're done with the flashbacks of the court case? Oh, yep, we are. Out I go. For another phone call. I'm a very important man, you see. Okay. Ringtones. Fix my phones. Oh, man.
Steven, can I see you in my office?
Sure. Your office? Father of the family is the one responsible for the commission of all these horrible acts. Oh
How are you
shit!
feeling today? Everything's okay? I think it's time to show you something. Let's go to the next room. Have a seat and make yourself comfortable.
The next.
Our relationship started to
Oh,
pass
that's a
away
real
suddenly.
person.
Stephen treated me like a lodger, unwanted person, with whom he lived because it was a kind of interest. And I started to live on memories and projections that were so beautiful in my head, so perfect. Stephen was in them like years before, like when we moved into our new house and we planned to make a big garden only for us. These
Okay, so
memories made me
the
stronger,
words don't
helped me to
line
survive
up with the mouth.
and wait
I
for
don't
tomorrow
think.
with hope. First time, I thought that maybe I'm only dreaming, or the projections about him became ridiculously strong. He came to me like before, smiling, happy, with sparkles in his eyes. Similar situations repeated in the next weeks, and I, instead of looking for their source, was waiting till my loving Stephen came back, just for a while, to feel like before, like years ago. At the beginning of our relationship, Stephen often told me about interesting things from the psychology ward. During his studies, he met with the case of a patient with multiple personalities. I remember well this case because it seemed to be very exciting. So many different personalities in one body that differ in IQ, beliefs, talents, and even visual acuity. I hid my husband's illness to meet with Eddie, his second personality.
I knew it.
To feel happy, just for a while, to fulfill my dreams. During our romance, we often met in the garden. Today, I again talked with Eddie. He is in very bad condition. Stephen's therapy started to even scare him, he says. He must make terrible things to be cured and finally take a breath. As a last resort, I will send this recording to Abraham.
Abraham. Okay, so they are the same personality, but that makes no sense. Same person. Oh. Then how would they have investigated Eddie? I'm confused. Oh! Oh, those are scary bears. They're like scary bears. Oh no. No. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. No, you throw the ring. Not yourself. Okay.
He won't let me out. I won't get out. It doesn't feel like home.
Here I am, going to hell.
But I will stay here in those walls.
Ignore the yawn. I could tell that the English was not their first language. So that was pretty good. I will say that they used too much with the whole split personality thing. Like, and I don't understand how the news could be reporting on Eddie if Eddie wasn't a real person. Like, how is there even paperwork on Eddie if Eddie's not a real person? That makes no sense. But all in all, it was a good it was a good game. Got some spooks, and it looked amazing. So big props to these guys. Not a huge fan of the plot. Not a huge fan of the whole story, but hey, it was still a good game. I definitely recommend it anyway. I hope you have a good day. Bye!